Hey guys, what's going on? If you guys clicked here on the video, then you saw the title. I got to experience the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser for just a few hours. Now, if you clicked on this video and you don't even know what the Galactic Starcruiser is all about, this is a Disney Star Wars themed hotel that was meant to be this wildly immersive experience that unfortunately is actually going to be closing here very soon. It's only been open for maybe almost 2 years or so, and I remember when this was first announced, I was incredibly excited. It was going to be opening at Disney World. It was going to be this full package, couple-day experience where you're inside this hotel with all of these various cast members who are pretending to be these characters that you can come in and out of your hotel room and run into various characters at all times of day. There was going to be all kinds of different experiences that you can go through throughout the course of time, including lightsaber training and being able to be on the bridge of this Star Cruiser, as well as just everything being incredibly Star Wars themed and having it be as if all of the people who work there and everybody who's a character is real. The idea is that they treat you as if you were on this Star Cruiser. And if you guys have been watching this channel, then you know that Star Wars is my absolute favorite thing on the entire planet. Whether it be the movies, the books, the video games, the TV shows, the theme park expansions we now have, Star Wars will forever be my favorite thing that's ever existed. It brings me so much joy and so much happiness, and it absolutely gutted me after they did all the promo for this and announced that it was going to be so wildly expensive, coming up to a few $1,000s just to stay there for a couple of nights for the entire all-inclusive experience. And I have a lot of friends who are well off that got to experience this and do the multi-day full-on experience that told me really great things about it, but it was just not something that was ever going to be financially feasible for me and I think most casual Star Wars fans. Well, I got to actually experience it now for a few hours, going in to kind of do a smaller, kind of quicker version of some of the events they have going on there and how it was all going down, and I'm happy to say I had a blast. Now, you're probably wondering how this came to be. Thankfully, I actually, through my job, made friends with one of the cast members there who is an actor for Disney World. His name's Justin. I won't put his last name out there in case he doesn't want that out there, but he actually plays one of the lightsaber trainers in this experience, as well as Kylo Ren. He's also played characters like Indiana Jones and Gaston for Disney World as well. An incredibly talented guy, and I'm just super grateful to him because as I got to know him through my job, he eventually one day was just like, hey man, I have another friends and family thing. Would you like to come and experience it yourself? I know you're a huge Star Wars fan, and I feel like Star Wars fans like yourself should be the ones to come and experience this. So I'm still beyond grateful that he did that for me. You know, I know that he said that his other friends and family that he'd wanted to give it to had already done it, and the fact that he had one and just offered it to this guy he met at some other establishment means the world to me. So big thank you to Justin for just letting me experience the Galactic Starcruiser in the way that he did. And what was pretty awesome, one of the things I didn't film at all right at the very beginning because I was just taking it all in, was the lightsaber training that we got to do, and I was beyond excited and surprised to see my buddy Justin actually turn that corner and be our lightsaber trainer. Yeah, he had a lot of fun with that for sure, and he just was so talented, so into it, really inspired me to just want to do something creative, even more so just because of how much passion he put into what he was doing. And yeah, so just a big shout out to Justin. Because of him, I got to go and experience this for just a few hours and see what it was all about, as they're about to close this very soon. It's heartbreaking that most Star Wars fans were not able to experience this just because of the price point. And unlike other vlog videos that I do where I just throw some music over some footage and let you guys kind of see what I experienced, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit throughout all the footage to kind of talk to you guys about what the experience was like for me, and then yeah, we'll wrap this up. And so again, a big thanks to Justin for giving me this opportunity to check out the Galactic Starcruiser, and let's get into this. Yeah, so at this point now we're jumping straight into the free roam section of this, where we got to just go walk around and see the hotel and see it for its beauty. Like I mentioned, I did not film the lightsaber training portion, that's on me, but at this point you can see we're walking into the various hotel rooms, which were really awesome to see. There's a lot of detail in them, and it was undoubtedly really cool to be in a Star Wars themed hotel. You can see here you can press a button on what they have as the windows. There's a little bit of a glare. I don't think the camera on my phone really captured the visual of it all that well. There is a little bit of that kind of holographic look to it, but it was really cool to see. After that, we decided to go down the hallway and go and check out the actual suite that they have. It's the more expensive room of the bunch, even though it's already a pretty expensive experience, but it was also really nice. In a lot of ways, a traditionally built hotel room feels very similar to some of the nicer hotel rooms you can find on Disney property, but it was undoubtedly just amazing to see. I mean, just look at the detail that's put into this. I can't even imagine even falling asleep in these rooms, to be honest. After that, we decided to go and check out the rest of the hotel, and this was the main atrium area. This is where the finale took place. This is where most of the characters were roaming around. This is where we had most of our interaction with the stormtroopers and the various things that we would end up kind of, you know, coming across throughout the course of our time. I ran into some droids out here as well, and just look at again the detail that we had here going on. I was just in love with it. Then there's a little bar that you can go and check out as well, where you can get some blue milk and some green milk. The bar itself was not active as it would have been when the actual place was open. As you could see in that last shot, you could play hollow chess sabacc with some people, which I thought was really cool. And again, just the aesthetic of this room was awesome. I can't imagine having stayed there, getting a little bit drunk and just kind of chilling in that really beautifully lit room. Again, we just continue to explore the atrium and all these various areas that were part of the hotel. And again, I was just blown away by the level of detail. At this point, we're on our way now into the engineer room, and this was something I think was there just a little bit more for fun. Again, as everything else, just top tier, just hard work put into the look and the feel. If you've been to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, the theme park expansion at Hollywood Studios and at Disneyland, then you know that the hard work put into the attention to detail visuals of the Star Wars rides is pretty awesome. And here you can press all these different buttons and they'll cause different things to happen, like this. It was just so cool to be in there. You could do all these different kind of games where you would have to press the lights and the buttons and pull the levers at the right time, and if you did, it would cause all these different noises and different things to happen in the ship, and just without a doubt, it was a great time. I can't imagine I would have spent too much time there further than what we already did, because after playing around for a while, it was pretty much just what it was, pulling levers and pressing buttons, but the attention to detail was awesome, and for some reason I just felt the need to film these bubbles in a very long lasting shot. You can see here now we got this character coming out now with the droid. I don't remember her name, but right here she's actually going to start walking up to us, and it's pretty funny that she actually lets us have a moment with the droid. You can see her there, she starts speaking to us, and she asked us what planet we're from. I told her I was from Endor, and she asked me how the Ewoks are doing without C-3PO. I then told her that, yeah, I'm good friends with the Ewoks because I paint myself gold. Here you can see that there's a bunch of people in the bridge of this ship, and they're playing some sort of game. Now, this is something that we couldn't do. We did the lightsaber training instead, which I'm glad we did. And in there, you could have actually, you know, played this game on the control bridge, which I thought was really awesome to see, just at least from the outside. Here now, at this point, we're going to the dinner, and which is pretty awesome. It's a dinner and a show experience. And on top of knowing Justin, who got me into this experience, I also got the opportunity over the course of time through my job to meet his girlfriend, Brianna, who you can see here walking down the aisle there as a Twi'lek, who plays Gaia. She is the main singer of this experience, and yeah, she sang for us that night. You can see there's a gentleman there filming, sitting right across from us at the table, and that's actually her father, who for the first time there was actually coming to experience the Galactic Starcruiser and watch his daughter do her thing there. He was sharing with us that she's been performing since high school and was performing in cruises before this and different other shows, and so it was pretty awesome to sit there with his proud father watching his daughter just kill it. And since I got to know you know, Brianna just a little bit coming through my job, and as well as Justin, it was just awesome to see them doing their thing. They gave us a little chocolate near the end of the dinner. It was pretty nice. I really enjoyed myself there, and the performance that she gave was fantastic. At this point, we're back in the atrium. The lights start glowing red. The alarm is going off, and this is where the finale is going to start happening. And this was something I thought was really, really cool, because all of the actors really went all in. This is where all the characters you've interacted with up to this point, whether it be the First Order, Lieutenant, the stormtroopers, the people that are part of the Galactic Starcruiser staff, as well as characters like Kylo Ren and Rey all get involved. This is where the First Order are just trying to take control over everything, and all of the actors are all in it. Here's Kylo Ren, who's actually played by my buddy Justin, so it was pretty awesome to find out that he was up there playing the character as well. You can probably find a full, really well shot video that gives you all the shots of everything that's going on during this finale, but I was just consistently filming portions, and then I just wanted to kind of put my phone down and experience it in the moment, because when am I ever going to be able to do this again? But you can see here that Kylo Ren and Rey do a fight up on the top there, which was pretty awesome to see. Really enjoyed the choreography of it all. You got the Star Wars music playing, you got all these various sound effects going on, you got the stormtroopers and all the other characters down on the ground that are still in character throughout, I just really thoroughly enjoyed the visual of all this. There was so much to it that I couldn't even film, or that I chose not to film again, because I just really wanted to sit there and experience it. And this portion of it for me was just so cool to see, and I can totally understand how, had I stayed there for a few days and become more invested in the story going on there and the various characters, that all of this would have just been so cool to see, and be even more investing, or at least I would have felt far more invested. You can see Chewbacca shows up here at a certain point, and everything is getting involved a little bit more. We got a quick little hollow message from Yoda, obviously essentially telling everybody to stand up against the First Order, which was cool to see and hear. I don't know, I believe they got Tom Kane to do the voice prior to him retiring from playing Yoda. Here you can see that, again, the story is just ramping up a little bit more as we're leading up to the very end. And here at this point now, they're pretty much saying their goodbyes and thank yous to everybody for fighting against the First Order. And it was pretty awesome to see, because it felt like the cast members were not only saying goodbye to all of us and not only thanking us for fighting the First Order, but some of them were getting kind of emotional there near the end, and it felt like maybe because this is one of their final performances, and then it was time to go. And there you have it, guys. That was my time at the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser. I do really wish that they had brought the price point down so that most casual Star Wars fans could have experienced the entire full-blown multi-day experience, where you're able to go to Galaxy's Edge and be fully involved in everything that's going on. That finale that you saw there at the end, as I mentioned, I think really was hitting home. It was so cool, and I was really invested in all the characters just having been there for a few hours, and I can't imagine how much more invested I would have been into it had I been there for a few days, seeing these same cast members playing these same characters over the course of multiple days as they get to know you as well. There was even a moment that I didn't mention here where there was a stormtrooper that came up to me as I was walking this one area over and over again, saying that he's seen me walking around here and wanted to know if I was with the Resistance or the First Order. And now, mind you, there was only so many people there, so of course he just picked me, and I'm sure he did that to many other people throughout the night. But just being able to walk through these areas over and over again and have a stormtrooper say that just felt truly immersive. I was really into what was going on. And again, a big shout out to my buddy Justin, who gave me the opportunity to experience the Galactic Starcruiser. I am eternally grateful. I wish that I could even say that there was something I could do for him to be able to make up for it, but I was just so just absolutely in love with the experience. Again, it just pains me that this whole thing is supposedly going away, that the building that they built here for Star Wars fans, the detail, the amount of hard work that goes into the performances and just making it immersive, the fact that that's going away breaks my heart. I really do hope that they repurpose the building, the hotel, everything they've made for maybe a far cheaper, maybe a little less immersive Star Wars experience, maybe something that's a little bit less inclusive, where you have to pay for food and drinks throughout the course of it a little bit more so. Maybe there isn't as much of the actors fully in character at all times, but you at least get to go in there and experience the visuals of this hotel, because that alone, as a Star Wars fan, walking through these rooms and being at a hotel that was just all Star Wars was just so cool. I was just so lost in all of those moments, just exploring the place by myself with my fiance. You know, I had a fantastic time. I was never bored while I was in there, and yeah, I just really wish that I had been able to experience this on the multi-day experience for a more reasonable price, but I'm beyond grateful that I got to experience it at all before it goes away. So a big thanks to you guys for watching. Definitely want to hear your thoughts down below. Did you guys get to experience the Galactic Starcruiser yourself, or is this something you weren't also able to check out? Whatever the case may be, leave any and all comments down below, and I'll see you beautiful people in the next one. Bye-bye.